we talk for a minute?
Hey, let's talk.
Hey guys, welcome back to another episode of Salon Talks with Sony. I am your host, Sony. All right, let's jump right into it. Today's topic is, the power of a village. You know, everybody antisocial and can do it all by themselves nowadays, so.
I'm one of them people's.
Listen, the power of a village. I think I'm just starting to learn the power of a village. I just cracked the joke, but I am saying person. I've been a popular loner my whole life. It looks as though I have a bunch of I be by myself with my phone and work, and that's about it. I have friends, of course, that I grew up with. Two, literally. They are like my closest friends, and then I have one friend that I met as an adult, and then the friends that I've met here, Shad, and a couple of other people. But for the most part, the whole span of my lifetime, I've never had like a village that I considered like a village. So I'm just now starting to learn the actual importance of it, and I feel like we kind of lost that concept a little bit over time. Like back in the day, our parents had a big friend group, and I never thought about it until recently. Like, someone used this as an example, I think on TikTok or something, and they were like, you used to walk down the street, and if you got in trouble, whoever called you, the neighbor or whatever, they dragged you by your ear down the house to your mama, telling you off, and then by the time you get home, your mama's like, apologize to them. You already got in trouble. Now you gotta go home and get in trouble. Then you gotta get in trouble again because they call your auntie. That was a village. Like, it literally took a village to raise a child. That's where that phrase comes from, right? And I feel like we've lost kind of the whole, what's the word? We lost the recipe to that a little bit. Like, we kind of don't care for it anymore. We don't yearn for it. Isolation kind of had a little bit of play to that with COVID and all of the things, and people just think it's cool to be antisocial. And someone who actually suffers with social anxiety, I'm like, no, it's not. It's not fun to be alone and to do it all yourself, or to feel like you don't have someone, because it's just your mind creating these things and making you feel that way. Right. So
I agree with that 100%. Like, I'm in the same boat. I literally just started figuring out what it means to have a village when I met my wife.
Wow.
So I met her in 2016, 2017, and she always had like a whole gang of people with her. I never really understand that because, you know, growing up, I was the same way, popular loner.
Yeah.
I was so popular as a loner that they called me solo growing up. Not only that, but I won prom king. Like, my name's Solo. I don't have
literally
friends. Y'all still rock with me,
right?
But you know, I didn't understand what it meant to have a village at the time. I just was being me.
Yeah.
So I 100% agree with that anecdote. Like, you know, I think a lot of us are in that boat. But as we get older, we got to really start to understand that we can't do it by ourselves. There's no way. There's no way.
Can't. Especially if you want to have children.
Yeah.
I don't want my children to not have nobody else to rely on outside of me. God forbid, in Jesus' name, I plead the blood. Nothing is going to happen to me. But God forbid, I'm not in a position where, or even traveling, let's just say traveling for work. What if I have to travel for work? I don't even got a friend that I can trust to either come along with me to watch my child, or, hey girl, I really need you to babysit. I'm about to lose my mind. Even just that, like, you need a break. You need a break as a parent. Like, you're not going to be 24/7 on. You're still a human, even though you're a parent or an aunt or whatever you are, right? So you need another form of release and someone to kind of be there for you to help you through life. We're doing life with people, right? And you want to have those people that you connect with and that you value their opinion. You don't want to have to think things through all the time. I always say this to my partner, and I always reach out to Shad, my sister, and a couple of my friends before I completely count something out, right? So, for example, I'll be talking about an idea, any idea, and I think the first time I did this with my boyfriend, he was like, what? And I was like, no. I I don't need you to tell me what to do. I just need you to be here while I'm processing this, because two minds are always better than one.
Yes.
I don't know. That's just me though. Like, I just feel like two minds are always better than one, and it's easier when you have help. If I'm tapped out, tap me in, coach. Like, tap somebody else in. But I feel like we've kind of lost sight of that a little bit. But I'm, like he stated as well, I want a village. I want my children to have aunties and cousins that really aren't their auntie and cousin, but they're so much their auntie and cousin because that's how much they're connected to me. That's how much love there is in the relationship. And I say this often to my friends, and I think it's a joke, but it's really not. I turn all my friends to siblings in my head. That's the only way I can process how important they are, right? Because a friend, technically, this is how I do it. A friend is an outsider. This is somebody that's not part of your family. So the things that you might share with your sibling, your mom, your brother, your sister, a cousin, with a friend, it's like when they walk in, it's like, all right, stop talking about that. I don't want to have to do that with my friends in my village. So I genuinely turn all my friends into siblings, and I love hard. Like, you're automatically brother. Like, even if I'm not calling you that, in my head, you're just as important as my blood brother. I treat you as such. So I don't want my kids to not have that. You know what I mean? It's just as important for them to have an Uncle Shad, and just in case they dad can't take them, or you know what I mean, or they need to talk to another man and they feel like dad is too much of daddy. Like, dad is going dad, but I need my uncle. You know what I mean? So that's just my view on it. But then again, I'm sensitive. So I'm a little bit more invested in villages. And I take them very seriously. What about you?
Yeah, same here. I'm very particular about the people that I have in my village. And at the very same time, like, I'm very thankful for the people I have in my village, because, you know, I pray about it every night and every day. I'm always telling God how grateful I am for the people that He put in my life, because without them, I wouldn't be able to be where I'm at today. So yeah. Super important to always give thanks to the people that have been in your village, but it's also just as important to consistently build your village.
Yes.
I feel like we have this thought now that, you know, as we get older, there's no new friends.
No new friends, right?
That's a very toxic way to think.
Yeah.
Because, you know, you might, like, one of my homies, he's a streamer, and he just got this one guy on his stream that's a billionaire. And he wouldn't have met that guy unless he had become friends with his neighbor. His neighbor, like the billionaire, was the uncle of one of his neighbors.
Wow.
Right? And he had just moved into this apartment complex maybe 2 years ago. Yeah. So, like, that just goes to show new friends can be very valuable too.
Very valuable. Yeah, so keep your heart open. Just because you have history does not mean that person is supposed to be there. Right. And I think a lot of people hold on to that too. Like, oh, so much time invested. I have friends that I just met 4 years ago, when I just moved here to Texas, that are better friends than the friends that I had when I got here. And it only took 4 years for that to unravel, for me to see people's true colors. Not even see people's true colors, because my discernment is super high. I water it down so I don't act on everything right at that time. I give time for things to kind of just play out how they should, instead of me acting on every discernment that I get, because sometimes the devil can play with your mind as well. So I allow things to play out, but they've played out, and I know who y'all are. And it ain't the people that I left Florida with, you know what I mean? So definitely keep your heart and your mind open. And I am literally in a season where I too have been praying, like, God, send me the right friendships, like send me the right business ships, send me the right people that I'm supposed to do life with. One, I genuinely don't want to do it alone. I don't like feeling alone. I've had to do it alone for too long. I've had to think on my own for too long. I value people. I value connections. So bring the people that are supposed to be here for me, to live life, to glorify you, to do it all together, to help them, who I'm supposed to be a blessing for them. Bring those people so I can bless them. Like, just just let it be so equally yoked that I myself is shocked. Like, how is this possible for someone that was such a antisocial person, and not even on purpose? Because, like he said, I was such a popular learner. Like, it's ridiculous. Like, how do these people even know me? Like, the internet is one thing, but in Florida, I remember when it clicked to me that people knew I was Sony. I was in the mall, and it was a random man. I don't know if you know about the random man in Atlanta, but it was a random man. It was a random man in a mall, and he was just like, Sony! It freaked me out so bad. But that was the moment I knew people knew me, beyond the 5 people that I call friends, beyond my siblings, beyond my family, and now it's past me. So I'm like, oh, okay. But that's also scary, because it's like, you don't know who behind you, you don't know who's watching, you don't know. So you have to act accordingly. But I said all that to say I value relationship, and I value village, and I hate that it's been watered down so much. Like, everybody's so disposable. Absolutely use discernment and weed out the bad wheat and the bad apples so they don't mess up the bunch. But value the people that you have and the time that you have.
Very much so.
We're gonna move on to the next segment of the village. Move on to the next segment of the village. Your village is not people who you go to party with. That is not your village. Those is your hangout friends. Okay? Like, I used to think that though. Like, when people would call me to go party and turn up because they know our vibes, like, oh yeah, those are my friends. And then you get out with them and it's like crickets. Y'all have nothing else to connect on outside of hanging out at a hookah lounge. I don't know, that's just me, but did you even hang out like that? I don't even think you hung out like that, to be honest.
I used to be outside.
You was outside?
I tried to be outside for real, and that's the biggest reason why I am the way I am now, because I got all of it out of my system.
I had one good year.
Yeah, it was end of high school, all throughout college, I was outside. Wow, damn it. But nah, I'm same thing here, to where I didn't really understand the difference between a real friend and an associate. Yeah. Because a lot of times, like, it was the same thing. People would hit me up like, "Oh, what's the move this week?"
Right. The what's the move calls.
That what's the move was crazy. Or you get the after the move.
Yeah. Where we going next?
Where the after party at? You know what I'm saying? People just trying to leech. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So it's just recognizing that your village doesn't clap for you on the surface.
Yes.
Those are the people. Yes. The people that clap for you on the surface, let them do their thing or whatever. But your village is the one that, really prays for you. The ones that clap for you in the unseen.
Yes.
You know what I mean?
That's valid. Can you cry with me? Can you pray? If I call you in the middle of the day, sobbing, literally, I feel like I'm having a panic attack, my life is coming to an end, what is your response? That's how I started kind of recognizing the signs. It's like, every time I call you and I'm talking about something, if it's not about a man, if it's not about getting pretty and doing things, you have nothing to say but, oh, okay. I'm sorry, what? I just told you my whole life is falling apart. I feel like I'm gonna pass away. Like, this is just too much. I can't do it. I quit. And all you have is, oh, okay, friend, feel better. You're not my friend. You're not my friend. Like, I should be able to call you and weep. And if you're close, what do you need me to do? Or close your eyes. I'm finna start praying because that's the devil. I bind that. Like something. But you give me, oh, I'm sorry, friend. What? No, ma'am, you're removed. You're kicked out the village. You're kicked out the village. So yes, who checks on your soul, not just your stories. The people that's watching your stories, baby, that's not your village. Those are fans.
And that's cool. You have fans.
You can have fans. But fans are...
Know the difference.
It's giving Beehive. We know Beyonce ain't hanging out with the Beehive. Like, those are acquaintances. Those are people you know in passing. Those are not people you call on in the time of need. That's your village. So yes, who checks on your soul, not just your stories? Who holds you accountable without shaming you? Tell me we need to lock back in, sis. You drifting off. We need to lock back in. I ain't seen you doing XYZ. You told me by December. Mm-hmm. It is July. Mm-hmm. And it's the end of it almost. We need to lock back in. You know what I mean?
I don't know if you remember a couple years ago, people was real heavy on I'm gonna start typing up applications for people. You know what I mean? Like, I think we really should be doing that.
Yeah, for sure.
At the end of the day, like, your village should be the people that are sharpening you. Mm-hmm. You know what I mean?
Yep.
If your village ain't sharpening you, that ain't your village.
That's true.
So make sure you choose wisely.
Yeah. Challenge me. Tell me I'm falling off. Because that ain't nothing but putting gas in my tank. So tell me, who shows up when it's inconvenient? Mm-hmm. So that day you got something to do and you really don't feel like it. If I call you and I say, hey girl, can we just go talk? I just need someone to talk to real quick. Just 30 minutes. Well, I had to wash clothes. Well, can we go tomorrow? No, my life is falling apart right now. No, we can't go tomorrow. Okay, who reminds you who you are when you forget? Have you experienced that, or have you had to do that for someone? For sure, both. But I'll lean on the one where I was trying to do that for somebody else. Mm-hmm. I have a friend that's kind of been going through it with his BM and all this kind of stuff. Mm-hmm. And same with him, I gotta make sure he remembers, like, hey, you know, things might not be going the way you want to go, bro, but like, understand, like, you got 2 kids. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? You have a why that's extremely strong, whether she's there or not. So keep sticking on your goal. So I've definitely been that person, and I've also had that for me. Mm-hmm. And specifically with my wife, we were very close friends before we were married, mm-hmm. and she was the same way. Like, you know, in college, you know, I was trying to find my way through. I got evicted in college and shit. Before we was even in a relationship, it was like, oh, you can come stay with me. You know what I'm saying? That shows empathy. That shows. Shouts out to her. No, for real. Because I'm sorry to cut you off, but. Ain't nobody moving you into their house. Ain't nobody moving you into their nothing. But go ahead. If they not a real friend. If they not a real friend, they really don't care about what you got going on. It's about them. It's about them. You really got to find people that are about you. Yeah. That you are willing to pour into as well. Yeah. Yeah. I can chime in on that as well. I recently, my cousin, I'm not going to say her government name. But Miss Nikki Legs, you know who you are. Mm-hmm. I recently had to kind of remind her who she is. She had a child. Shouts out to my cousin niece. Because I'm so old compared to her. She don't call me cousin. She call me auntie. But yeah, she was like my Naomi Campbell. Like, I'll show you a picture of her later, but she was literally like my Naomi Campbell. Like, the first time we met, we had like a twins moment though, because we look alike. And when she was younger, we literally looked just alike, because she's older than me as well by a couple of years. But I literally looked up to her as far as beauty standards, right? And I was just like, oh my God, she's a Barbie. She's perfect. She's 5'11", tall. Like, all of the things. And back then, it wasn't popular to be cute and dark skin. I'm just saying, like, it was all the red girls. It was about being red. And I'm not saying that in a hating way, because I feel like trends circle around, right? Right. Because now we done circle back around. So, yeah, when I saw her, I was just in awe. Like, and she was making money. And I was like, bro, there's no way when I get her age, I don't look like that and I'm not making the same amount of money. She knew people in the industry. She lived in New York. So she knew people in the industry. She had pictures with everybody you can fathom and name. It was to the point where at one point I had a crush on Trey Songz. And she was working and she called me. She's like, your boy is here. I was like, shut up! Call me right now! On your side of the literally! Oh my God, it's such a shame because he done fell off so bad. Yeah. He was a real one. But no, she was a real one. She called me and said, your boy is here. All of the things, even to the point where it made me stop liking him, because she told me some stuff about how he was acting. And I was like, oh, you know. Picture taken down off the wall. But she was like that person for me. And now she doesn't, you know. but she's not how she was at that time. Like, she's not doing up hair and makeup, and I'm not saying those are the requirements, but at that time, that's what she was doing. Like, that was my example almost of like the beauty standard as far as being tall and dark skinned and all the things. So she's not taking care of herself how she used to and all the things. And I wrote her, I was like, bro, stand up. You weak in the knees.
We need that.
You stand up. Like, you weak in the knees, stand up, bro. I was like, I'm not even trying to gas you, but you were my blueprint. Like, you were my person. You were who I looked to and was like, bro, I need to look and be like that when I get older. I didn't care about her personal life because I'm very in tune with who I am, so I didn't care about what she was doing as a young person, being an adult and all the mess. But everything else, I was like, I look up to you, bro. Stand up, get yourself together. She was like, I don't know how to stand no more. I said, well, you got to learn, because I'm not gonna have that. Get it together. I said, we don't do that around here. And she was just like, I know, blah, blah, blah. But needless to say, like, sometimes you do have to have somebody just come and yank you back up out of there. Like, get out of that. Do you know who you are? Do you remember? Like.
And that comes from humility, too.
Yeah.
You know, if you ain't being humble, then you don't think that anybody can help you.
That was tea. That was good. That was good. You do have to have humility and allow people to kind of nurse you back, because you can't do it all yourself. Because sometimes we do get lost in life where we don't see how far removed we are from the previous seasons, and then you look at pictures and you look at this and you look at that and be like, dang, what happened to me? Like, what did I do? Where am I?
You ain't lying.
Yeah, you gotta check back in, but that's why that village is important, people. So we're just gonna list off a couple lists of people that could be part of your village. It doesn't have to be what you think it is. So your village could be a therapist, that praying grandmother, that praying grandma, a cousin who always keeps it real, me, a coworker who brings you snacks on a rough day. Be careful with that. Even your dog who listens. I don't agree with that completely. I just wrote it down for kicks and gigs. But why are you talking to a dog? What, the dog needs you more than you need a dog.
But like, I agree with it 100%. I love dogs, but it's like unconditional love is love, no matter what. And then that's why they have emotional support.
Yeah, emotional support.
Because like, some people don't have access to genuine love.
Yeah.
So sometimes you just need that little kick. You come in the house with a long day.
Yeah.
You by yourself and your dog reach you at the crib. Like, yeah. Sometimes it ain't a better feeling than that. You know
that's true. That's valid. I listen. I was raised in an African household. You're not bringing a dog in my house. Like,
I see.
There's no dog. What? My mom did this exact face. Like, you're not bringing no dog nowhere. That's nasty. You dirty. Like, no shame to people that do have dogs. I think some dogs are the cutest things, and I could tell, like, they really be loving their owners. Like, they know what's happening, what's going. It's the weirdest thing, because it's like the dog can't talk back, but it can talk back. Like, it's weird. But yes, even a dog, y'all. I'm just culturally, please, save me the dog. So let's talk about, because you mentioned that, let's talk about why it's hard to ask for help. Why do you think it's hard to ask for help?
No one is humility. I think a lot of people aren't humble enough because we're stuck in that mindset of, oh, I got it out the mud. You know what I mean? I ain't need nobody. You know, I'm a self-made millionaire. Like, even somebody that's a self-made millionaire wasn't self.
It wasn't self.
You know what I mean?
It wasn't self.
We got this dude in president. I ain't gonna even say his name. But
Cheeto Print.
We got this president that called himself a self-made millionaire, but his daddy gave him $1 million to start. Like, come on, my boy. Like, let's be for real. So
that's crazy.
Yeah, so like, you know, humility is one thing, and then I think another reason why people might find it hard to ask for help is sometimes you don't know where to ask for help.
True.
Because, you know, a lot of, like, it's very hard to find a quality mentor in today's world, you know?
Yeah.
So sometimes it's just hard to figure out where and all that kind of stuff. But these are all things that can be fixed. These are all things that can be figured out. You just got to be willing to put the effort into it.
I agree. I listed a couple of things Pride, we spoke on that. Pride, we don't want to look weak. I feel like this is more so in a lot of men.
Ooh.
Men don't want to look weak, and not to bash y'all. I love my brothers, amen. But I feel like that's such a strong, especially on our kinfolk. It's such a stronghold on y'all. Like, ain't nobody about to see me crumble. Ain't nobody about to see me. Ain't nobody gonna be able to say they did that for me.
Yeah.
He's talking about
It's real. And I definitely gotta chime in on this because, like, don't confuse being guarded with being grounded.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Sometimes being vulnerable is strength.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And then, like, a verse that comes to mind is 2 Corinthians 12:9.
Yeah.
My grace is sufficient for you, for my power is made perfect in what? Weakness. Right? So God's power flows through openness. And when you can do that, then you just start to let more people in, and you really start to understand that, yes, when I'm vulnerable, I'm growing. I'm flexing my muscles. So
absolutely, I agree. Thank you. That was good.
When you said weakness, I was like, how long?
I'm getting air. I'm just playing.
I struggle with that one.
I love that. You know what? My heart goes out to men. I'm not a man. I don't know the struggles, and I don't care. Okay, I want to stay in my soft lane and be here and write it out and keep it cute. But I hate that y'all live like that. That's not fun, because I know sometimes I'll scroll through my phone. For me, it's I don't know if it might be pride. I don't want to bother nobody. I don't want to be a burden. I don't want to be a bother. I don't want to be a burden. And that's constantly always the little trick that the devil try to play with me is I'm a burden. And I'm like, how would you even know if you're a burden if you don't even ask? Like, the simplest thing you can call is, hey, if I call you, example, I have a girlfriend, 2 of them that actually do this. Hey, do you have the capacity for me to vent?
That's a great question.
Do you have the capacity for me to vent? If you want to know if someone can take what you're about to drop on them, simply ask, do you have space for me to let off some smoke right now? However you verbiage it, however you talk, whatever your slang is, however you use it correctly. Do you have space for me to let off steam? Do you have time for me to decompress? And I promise you, 9 times out of 10, people are like, yeah. Or let me call you right back. I'm in the middle of something, but I promise I'll call you back as soon as I get home, 5 minutes from now, when I get in the car, whatever it is. But I'm sorry, man. I hate that y'all feel like y'all can't be vulnerable or it makes you look weak. I think it is the strongest thing when a man can state his true emotions. Now, don't go around here crying and whining and complaining every 5 minutes. I ain't saying that either now. You know, it's a thin line.
For sure.
But, no, in this space, y'all can be free. Let your emotions be, okay? The next one is can't even finish it. I feel like I just got a shot. Hyper independence. Somewhere we were taught that being strong means doing it alone. I struggle with that. Not no more. I'm not claiming it in the name of Jesus. I'm delivered. But I feel like a lot of Black women struggle with that too. I think it's just America, to be honest. It's like, no, even Africans. You're a wife, but you're a single mom at home. Where's the dad? Where's the husband? You didn't make the baby alone. And then it forces you to do it alone because you're refusing to allow everybody in. I suffer with that. I'm working on it. I'm getting better. That's what we spoke about when we first started, is just allowing people to take a piece of the load.
Yes.
That's not taking it away. And that was my thing, because I like to control. Jesus. These are my confessions. I like to control my setting, but And that stems from a whole thing I don't want to get into. But I like to control my setting because I feel safer when I control it, because I know how much I'm willing to let in and out. But it's okay to pass on the load. Like, it's okay to have help. It's okay to get someone else to chime in. It might fix the issue, but with you trying to hyper fixate on doing it yourself because you don't want someone to deem you weak, to look at you funny, to go and run and tell somebody else your business, now you're stressed out. And people die from stress, just letting y'all know. People do die from stress. So don't hyper fixate and be hyper independent. It's not worth it in the end when you're 80 and you alone. Like
if you gotta do it alone, that should be a sign that it wasn't ordained by God. You know what I mean?
Well,
as we know, even Jesus had disciples.
Come on, right? Somebody.
So, like, you know, here's a verse. You know,
yes. Let's take them to the word.
Galatians 6:2. Carry each other's burdens.
Yes.
And in this way, you will fulfill the law of Christ. Right. Divine assignments are communal. Right. Heaven doesn't reward lone wolves. He only rewards those that helps his people. If you're just helping you're not doing what God wants, because he wants us to all be working together. You know what I mean? I agree.
I definitely agree. The Lord sent his son from heaven to earth to show the way. Amen. I got a song for everything. But all jokes aside, he literally sent help because he felt like that was his help. So he's already omnipresent, everything, everywhere, every time, but y'all not listening. Y'all not getting it. It's not clicking, Steven. So let me send a flesh and blood.
Is it clocking to you?
The clock is ticking. Let me send flesh and blood for you to grasp. Are you getting the concept? Yeah. Like, for you to get the concept, I have to send y'all Jesus. So you need help. Even God sent help. So stop all of this. You cannot do it yourself. I don't care what y'all say. I'm sorry if it sounds like jokingly put together, but you can't do nothing for yourself. Like, you even need your car to get where you need. If we're gonna water it down to that, you even need your car to get you where you need to get, because it's gonna take you 24 hours to get, for example, McKinney to Dallas. For people that live in Dallas, from McKinney to Dallas, if you walk that's gonna take you over 24 hours. You need your car, let alone you need the Lord and your neighbor that you trust, y'all. You need a village. Get this whole I can do it by myself thing out of y'all head. I hate that. That's ghetto. And all it's doing is causing more stress and everybody to be drawn in, and then nobody know how to talk to nobody. There's no Christmas. There's no Thanksgiving dinner. There's nothing. Everybody just in their house being weird. I don't like it.
Yeah, that's real.
Okay, we're gonna move on to the last segment. So we're gonna play a little game, okay?
All right.
Closing it all in.
I like games. I like that.
I do too. They're fun. We're gonna play a little game. So I'm gonna read off some scenarios. You think who is in your life that fits that role. You guys too. You guys can chime in the comments or respond to us, DM me, whatever y'all feel like doing, okay? Who you think in your life fits that role, or if you don't have someone yet, think about a kind person you loved to attract. So the perfect person that you feel like would fit that role in the future, who would that person be if you had to create a person, right? Sit with yourself and think about that. So let's go. Number 1, if you was crying, you not a man, because this was a question for a girl. I mean, you're not a woman. This was a question for a girl. So I'm gonna switch it around for Shad so he can answer, and then you guys can chime in on your free time as well. So if you were crying alone at home and you call a person that won't judge you, will they be willing to Uber Eats you food? If that person was your village, would they be willing to Uber Eats you food? And who would that person be?
I actually have a lot of people that could fit that role specifically, but
you're jealous.
I'm gonna say my wife.
Yes, of course.
She gonna cook something. She gonna get some love in there for sure. So I would say the wife. Okay. And then I mean, you sitting here in front of me,
yeah, of course.
Like, I know for sure.
I want you to know that from heart of hearts, like for real, twin, locked in. If you ever called me for anything and I was in I had physical ability, the finances, you didn't even, if I even heard or my antennas went off. Because sometimes I think I'm like, you straight, bro? Like, you don't even have to tell me anything is wrong. I feel it. My discernment is like an antenna, y'all. None of my close people can hide from me. I can sense you. If I'm in Florida, I can sense you in Florida from Dallas. Like, so without a doubt, me and him, if he ever called me and was like, hey, bro, or yo, yo, where you at? You got a second? Immediately, I'm like, hey, what's wrong? You all right? You okay? You good? Like, what you like? Immediately, that's the attentiveness. So, of course, me. Okay, but who else?
Of course, my mom.
Yes.
Brother, grandma. Outside of family, though, man. So I've been blessed to be in an amazing fraternity, Alpha Alpha. So
shouts out to them.
Yeah, all my LBs, you know, all my frat brothers. I know they will be there at the beck and call, and same for me for them. So I got a nice little support system over here.
Okay. Period. I agree. Same. My man.
Yeah.
Definitely Uber. Like, he called me about Ubering me food before I called him. He's like, are you hungry? You've been gone for 5 hours. Yeah. I know you're hungry. Stop lying. I'm sending you food. My brother is such a brother. Like, even though he's the baby, he's a man.
Real guy.
Like, my brother, if I call, hey, I need you to come handle this. Where you at? Like, no further questions. Like, just where you at? Drop the low. I bet. Click. Like, he don't care to know. He'll deal with that once he deals with that. Whatever you're calling him about, then he'll know the additional details. But
it's funny because I met your brother in person for the first time last week. And I get that vibe 100%.
Yeah.
Even like, I don't even know him like that, but I feel like if I call bro, he'll be
straight.
Like, hey, I got you, fam. Just give me, you know what I'm saying?
For sure.
and then like when we were doing the shoot, the homeless guy got a little bit too close.
Yeah.
Your brother almost threw his phone. He was like, hold on, little bro, watch out. You know what I'm saying? I was like, chill, bro, you chilling. You know?
He is such a bodyguard.
But he's definitely like a protector. And I see that.
Absolutely. Like, anybody, like you said, anybody, once he's in contact, he's literally like the male version of me almost. Once he's in contact with you, or he feels like, when it comes to me, anybody that I'm close to, you automatically in. Like, you in by a default. So he's protecting everybody at this point. If you call him, you don't even have to get, like I said, you don't got to give him details. He's there. If you got to fly, first flight out the whatever flight he's getting.
That boy got a Hemi for a reason.
What? And doing a hike all the way there, loud, just loud for no reason. But yes, definitely my brother and my sister. My mom's old, y'all. I don't even want to bother her with nothing. I don't want to traumatize her more than she's been traumatized. But I know if I was even like, Ma, I've done it twice, maybe in the last 5 years, called her crying, and I can genuinely feel the panic that she can't fix it. Like, she knows she can't fix it, but it's just like an instant panic. Like, what do you need me? Who can I send? Where's your sister? Where's your man? Who can I send over there? Because I'm not okay. She will send people to my house if I don't answer 3 times. Like, if she calls me 3 times and I don't answer, because she don't know how to use all the phone stuff and checking locations and all that. She know how to hit send and record. That's it. So, hey, check her location. I've called. She ain't picking up. Where she at? I need to know. I just need to know she's all right. If she's at home, leave her alone. Maybe she don't want to talk. But definitely my mom, my man, you.
I got you. You know, we locked.
Outside of that, I don't like being a burden.
Yeah.
And I hate that I'm like that, but I genuinely don't like being a burden. I will wreck my brain myself first before I even outsource. I will wreck my brain. I will pray. I will cry. And once I feel like God is like, all right, no, I don't even want you to call me about it. Talk to your people. Like, go back out there. Stop trying to do it yourself. Go socialize. Then I seek out. But I just don't like being a burden. And I really need to work on that. But it's so small because I don't like being a burden.
Yeah. I mean, I think we all got a little bit of that in us. But, you know, ain't nothing wrong with asking for help. Again,
yeah.
If you feel like you being a burden, that's a little bit of pride.
Yeah.
And like you said, you'll fix it. You'll fix it. I know you get there.
Yeah. I have a few girlfriends back home, but they know who they are. It's a couple of them, but they know who they are. But even with them, I don't call them how I should and ask for even just a listening ear. So I need to work on that. Number 3. Wait, no, that was just number 1. That was just food. Number 2, you just got a wild idea that feels like your next big move. Who's the first person you send a voice note to about the idea?
Man, the first person, I can't keep using my wife.
No, it's fair. If it's her, it's her. Like, we can't take that away from her.
No, for sure, it's definitely her. But
Yeah.
the thing is, just like, I'm trying to make it something relatable because everybody got a wife.
Yeah.
So I would say, man, one of my best friends, Naeem. Like, I know if I have an idea, like, he'll definitely like, walk me through it, make sure it's something that's feasible. And if anything, she would help me accomplish it.
Yeah.
So shout out to you, Ning. Real talk.
Yeah. So the wifey and the bestie. For ideas, definitely my man. He gets everything, even the stuff that I'm not even gonna put out. To get it out of my brain, because my ideas come so fast. A lot of them, I don't even feel like they're for me. I feel like it's stuff that other people are supposed to have. But I share with him. I run everything down, because my brain thinks 50 years ahead, y'all. So if it's gone that far already, I start from the bottom all the way. And he's like, whoa, slow down. Because he's super logical. He's not like me. Like, he's super like, no, step by step, write it down, and I'm not like that. I'm like, touching everything at one time. So he kind of helps me calm down everything coming so fast.
Right.
So definitely him, then you, because I feel like creatively you next.
I say the same.
Because you kind of help with the nonsense of everything kind of just being all over the place as well. And as far as and then one girlfriend too. That's also a creative, and she's like my second other vision expertise, I'd say. And yeah, it's just 3 y'all as far as a vision. But anything past that, after I talk to you and talk to them, then I outsource if need be. But most time y'all 3 kind of just make it make sense. I go back to the drawing board. I take out the stuff that's just wahallered. And me and him go get the business. Like, we get down to it for the most part. So as far as ideas, business ideas or anything like that goes, those are my top 3. So yeah, I definitely have my top 3. Okay, we have my top 3.
Big blessing.
For sure. Okay, so question number 3. You messed up like big time. Who you text that won't shame you but will keep it real?
Mama.
Nah, mama. No, mama. Shame me.
Hey, bail me out. Mama definitely, I know she ain't gonna judge me. Same with my wife. She ain't never gonna judge me. Outside of those 2, I know you ain't never gonna judge me.
It's hard for me to judge.
Then my other female bestie, Breon, I know she ain't never judge me on nothing, bro.
Yeah.
She been on me since I was a young jit. So
yeah.
That's a top 4.
I didn't even know Dallas people use jit. Sidebar. But
I mean, we be on social media, bro.
True. Nowadays, lingo is universal because of the media.
Yeah.
But jit is a Florida thing. Like, jit, the way my brother uses jit, I'm like, who are you? But no, that was sidebar. I have my friends. I feel like with my man, I don't think he's gonna judge me, but it's almost like a dad. Like, I'm scared to tell my daddy. Like, I know he's not gonna judge me, but it's like, you know how dads are assertive. It's like, well, what did you get from that? I'm just like, so with him, it's like, I gotta be ready to take accountability, to sit down and be an adult, and I lap around to him because I'm like, my girlfriend is just gonna hype me up for the most part and say, well, girl, it's okay. We all make mistakes.
It's true.
But my mom gonna judge me. Nah, she a full blown Congolese woman. She gonna judge me first and then try to help me.
Yeah.
But no, mommy's gonna judge. So my friends first. Question number 4. You want to be petty? You want to be petty and send a screenshot, but you shouldn't. Who talks you down off the ledge?
Hey, shout out to my boy Cord. boy Courtney, man, he always been that guy. I've been knowing Courtney since I was like 15.
Yeah.
So one of my best friends, and he's always been that guy that's like keeping my head on straight, making sure that I'm thinking logically. You know, always trying to make sure that I'm mentally in a good place. So shout out to him because I know.
Shout out to him, yeah.
For sure, he'll talk me off the ledge. My wife probably not so much. She'll be like, send it.
Girls, we're petty.
They need to feel you. 100%.
We're petty.
So she definitely not gonna fit that role.
Yeah.
My brother is the same way as well. Like he knows me in and out, so he knows when I'm stepping outside my body. So for sure him. But and then with that one, same with my frat brothers too. Like they keep me sane as far as social things go too. So yeah. My sister's my sister. But when it comes to like realness, I can genuinely say like she doesn't really. She be like, for what? Yeah, she don't. With that exact face, and I be like, she don't play at all.
At all. She be like, for what? Why would you even do that? Because then they're gonna look at you funny, and why would you want to put yourself in a position to be like that?
Yeah.
Like for what? But her. Or my man, he's gonna be logical. So let's sit down and really look at this here. So what are you trying? Wait, I need to understand
what are your
reasoning behind all this. And I'm just like, by the time he says 5 things, I'm like, all right, dang, I'm not gonna do it. But yeah, him and my sister's no nonsense and so nonchalant. It's kind of like she makes it seem even pettier than it actually is, and now I feel like I'm just petty boots, so I leave it alone. But them two. Okay, number 5, last one. You hit a big win, big money. Who you calling first?
Baby.
We out the hood.
We out the hood with it, baby, for real. Let's go spin it. You know what I'm saying? So definitely wifey. I'm calling her first and foremost.
Yeah.
After that, I'll be calling my grandma.
Yeah.
She's been my rock for a long time. So, she's invested a lot into me, time, financially, and everything.
Yeah.
So definitely that. Mom. And then, hold on, let me take a step back. All of the things that we talked about, I will go to God for.
Absolutely. 100%. Before anyone.
But I didn't include him just to
give me, the Lord. Sorry, Jesus.
I had to include him so he understands.
Yeah.
I didn't include him because he's not a person. So
yeah.
But I think those are the people for me for sure.
Okay, that was good. Grandma, wifey, and you say your mama, right?
Yeah.
Okay, I'm like, look, we can't not say mama because they be watching.
Yeah.
No, I agree. Definitely my mom. My mom is like my money person, and it sounds crazy, but my mom's super good with numbers. If she's not good with anything else, she good with finances. As far as tallying stuff up, if you in a rut and you trying to add up some stuff, and she will pull out. She never use a calculator. She literally still uses a pen and paper. And before you even finish your next sentence, she's already added it up, told you how you should budget, told you what you should do next. This is that and the other. And she leaves it to you whether you want to use it or not. Yeah. But definitely my mom. She deserves the world. So I would tell her, hey, look, you out the hood, girl. You ain't gotta work no more. Tell them people you quit. Take your shoes off and walk out. My mom, my man, and probably my stepdad.
Okay.
To be honest.
That's hard.
Yeah. Shout out to him. Yeah. But my stepdad, because he's also good business-wise. So those are my top 3 calls.
Love it.
And then everybody, girl, guess what? The close friends after that, but that's like after I done already got the money, we done already made the budget, everything's already aligned, I'm not touching it, it's set how it's supposed to be set. Then I'm gonna share with like my sister, y'all, my brother.
Yeah, y'all gonna see the wins. I'm gonna let them know. Y'all gonna see it.
Y'all gonna see. Look, there will be signs. It might not be an announcement, but when y'all see a bigger studio in the stage and more lights and him in the corner with his own camera, there will be signs. Okay, there will be signs. We're gonna speak that in the name of the Lord.
Yeah.
But that wraps up the game. That wraps up the segment. Honestly, guys, I don't think there's anything left that we can add to that. Like,
I just want to say that was an amazing game to play.
Yay!
Everybody, if you're listening, please make sure you do this exercise because it really puts things in perspective for you to understand that whether you think so or not, you got a village.
Yeah.
You just gotta tap in.
Tap into that.
Yeah.
Don't let the devil feed that I could do it all by myself scenario in your head. And make life harder for you. Like, we literally just be making life harder for ourselves when God already has the puzzle in place. We just gotta follow the map. Like, follow the map. The people are there. Of course, use discernment. Not everybody deserves to be there for everything. Find your village, know who your village are, and give them their accolades as well. You know, like they big ups to them. Like, give them the space to be that for you. Allow that, because you also have to allow them to do their due diligence and do their part and play their role. So allow them to be that, and like Shaw said, play the game and see. Jog your brain and see who those people actually are for you. And I would love for you guys to chime in as well in the comment section. Of course, follow us. Share this with someone else. Share this with someone that just called you yesterday talking about how they doing bad all by themselves and how they ain't got nobody there. Share this with them, okay? Let them know that, hey, we're all here. We're all a part of God's army. I pray for you. You pray for me, okay? And we keep this thing going. And if you sincerely don't have anyone to talk to, the DMs are always open. Please don't be shy. Feel free. I'll do my best. We'll do our best to give you sound response, sound advice on what you should do next, or lead you to the right place that will help you. If I can't, or if we can't, lead you to the right place that will help you with the situation you're dealing with, or the Lord. If I ain't gonna lead you nowhere else, I'm gonna lead you to the Lord. And I'm gonna end on that, Sean.
Great segue. I was gonna throw in a quick scripture.
Okay.
So Matthew 18:20, where 2 or 3 are gathered in my name.
Come on, somebody.
There I am with them.
Come
So
on.
always remember that quality over quantity. God's power shows up where there is real presence. Okay.
And to piggyback off of that, that's why church was invented, to create community, to create a feeling of being, of wanting a part of something. So genuinely, y'all, like we've been saying since the beginning, this is not meant for us to do alone. You gotta find a wife, you gotta find a husband, you gotta find a family, you gotta find a church, you gotta find something, a community for you to be a part of. It just makes life easier.
Right. If
nothing else, it makes it relatable. You know you're not doing it by yourself. So I hope you guys enjoyed today's episode. I am your girl, Sony. Thank you for watching. Don't forget to like, share, subscribe, add Sean, comment, ask him questions, DM, all the things. Y'all know all the things. I'll see you guys in the next episode. Bye.
Peace.
Hey, let's talk.